Hello, my darlings. It's Aishling Mooney, angel intuitive, spiritual business mentor, author of the book Angels Are With You. You're very, very welcome. This is our October spiritual business breakthrough events, and we're in our second week or third week. And I'm about to do our Ask Me Anything live coaching and cards. I'm not really sure what's going to happen this morning. I'm really curious to see what wants to come through. I'm really curious. So you're very welcome. So far we've had 2 masterclasses. First one was off the charts, incredible, but the second one on visibility and legacy was absolutely off the charts last week. So I healed a lot, I transformed a lot by listening to myself from what came through in the questions. So I really would recommend that if you do nothing else, go back and watch that video on visibility and legacy. It's in your Facebook group. If you've signed up to ashlingmooney.com/breakthrough, you will have all of the replays in your inbox. So you'll have everything there. So you're so welcome this morning. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what wants to come through. I'm going to pick a card as we begin to gather. And what I would love you to do is, if you have any questions on business, relationships, health, wealth, your spiritual path, connecting with angels, using angels in business, I don't know, anything goes this morning. So anything at all that you want to ask me, I'm happy to bounce between these two worlds of spirituality and business this morning with you. So hello to everybody that's joined. Hi Bernie, hi Michelle, good morning, hi Colette, hi Aideen. So as you come in, post your questions. So when you think about your spiritual business or any area of your life, what would, if you had something that you could ask the angels, so you can sit down, you can just take a breath, you can drop down into your heart for a minute, and you can just ask yourself, if I could get any guidance and advice this morning from Aishling and the angels to support me in any area of my life, what would that be? What would the question be? And a bit of reassurance to know that when we focus on one area of our lives, there's a ripple effect that goes out into every area. How you do one thing is how you do everything. I think Harv Eker said that. That's where I heard it anyway. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So if we can focus on one area of your life today that you could just tweak or change or get a breakthrough or an aha or some guidance or information, that would be fantastic. And I just want to say, sometimes I'll pick a question and I'll riff on that question. I'll pick an angel card. I'll give you some channeled guidance, but also some practical coaching advice. But even if your question isn't picked, there's always something in here for everybody. Every single time I deliver one of these sessions, I come away with some support for me in some area of my life and business too. So no matter, just trust that you're here, whether you're here live or whether you're watching the replay, that you're going to get what you need from this call today, that you're going to get some information, you're going to get some questions answered. Sometimes people come on the call and say, before they even ask the question, it's okay, it's already answered because of the other questions that have come through. So before we start, I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to light a candle for us. I'm going to call in some angels and start posting your questions. So if there are no questions, I'm going to do a meditation or a connection. But I would really, really recommend that you use this space and this time to ask me a question. Beth, I would love to give you a card, love. Let's get specific and just give me a question, some question around some area of your life that you would like me to pick that card for. Because when we go broad, we'll get a broad answer. But if you're specific, is it in your health? Is it in your relationships? Is it in your business? And I can give you some guidance and advice specific for that question, for that area of your life. So I'm just going to light a candle and just setting my intention to call in our angels to be with us today. It was a big call the other day. So for anyone that hasn't seen it yet, go and watch the masterclass, the second one I did on visibility and legacy. It was off the charts, really helpful. So just calling in all of our angels. I can feel Archangel Michael stepping in really strongly. I think I need him this morning, and many of you need him as well. There's some I have a lot going on personally, and I'm buying and selling a house, and there's a lot of logistics involved in that and people involved in that, and then I'm moving house and everything else. So there's a lot going on personally. So I'm feeling like my energy needs a little bit of AA Michael in here for protection, for courage, for confidence, for security. And I can just feel Michael's energy wrapping around me like just like a blanket, just popping out of these, just like a blanket of, when I think of Michael, I know some people say he comes on a light blue color. Some people say he even comes with the color of the sun. For me, right now, Michael is an indigo, is this sort of color, this color that I'm wearing today. And it just feels very protective and very comforting and grounding, so very grounding. And also, just before we begin, I want to say that I'm not the guru here. I don't have all the answers. I'm hosting and facilitating these sessions. Of course, I can share my life and business experience with you. But I also want to say that we are a group of, there's 3,000 people in this group at the moment. And I would say 80% are working light workers, have a spiritual business, or whether they're starting or are in there a long time. So that's a coach, healer, therapist. And then everybody else is somebody that is curious about angels, about spirituality, and is just beginning their journey and is opening up to this new world of angels. But together, if you've got past 30 years of age, you have some life experience and something to share, and with somebody else here that will be supportive. So anything that I'm saying, anything that comes through, if you want to add something to the picture, please just pop it in the comments so that it's in this thread for anybody that wants it feels called to watch this live or watch the replay. Okay, so I can feel my energy settling down. I hope that's for you too, my darlings. Let us just take a quick breath before we move into questions. So I'm literally going to take 2 minutes for this. So a very simple exercise to connect with your angel, just literally, and your one word for today before I dive into questions. I feel like my energy needs it, and maybe yours does too. So just take a breath, put your feet flat on the ground. Keep breathing and relaxing, breathing and relaxing. If you want to, you can close your eyes for just a minute. This is literally a very simple exercise I used to do every day a few years ago. I haven't done it I only do it now and again when I think of it. So it's literally close your eyes, breathing, relaxing, and just connecting in with that energy of the angels. And allowing in your mind's eye, use your imagination if you need to. Allow yourself to see your angel standing in front of you. So just see your guardian angel standing in front of you. And now just noticing the space in front between you and your angel. And that's usually you and you. So just gently asking yourself, as silly as this sounds, asking yourself to just step out of the way. And what happens to me is that space in the middle between me and my angel usually clears. So just ask yourself to step out of the way. And you have this beautiful clear channel between you and your guardian angel. And just take a moment to feel the love from this angel who has been with you from the moment you were born, before you were born, sitting down, creating your sacred contract together. And this angel holds your sacred contract in their heart, keeping you on track and on path, even if it doesn't seem like that, even if it seems we deviate in our lives. But this beautiful companion angel is with you your whole life. So thrilled. And just ask your angel for one word or one piece of guidance or advice that will support you today. So just allow yourself to hear that word, to see that word, to sense it, to see it in your mind's eye, whatever way it wants to come. So it might be a word, it might be a phrase, but some guidance. So just ask your angel for something that will support you today. What do I need to know today for my highest good? What is the one word or the one piece of information that will support me in whatever area I need it most today? And allow that to drop into your consciousness. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, angels. Wonderful, absolutely love this. Love it, thank you so much. So just breathing, relaxing, thanking your guardian angel, knowing that they're going to be with you for the rest of this session, for the whole day. Anytime you want to connect with them, you could literally do this every single morning. So just thanking your angel, coming back fully back into your body, back into the room, back into the space with all of us wonderful angel lights, wonderful members of this Spiritual Business Breakthrough community. Open your eyes. And I would love to hear in the comments what word you got or message that will support you if you feel like sharing that. The word I got was honesty. And I know that was to do with, because today I was thinking, oh God, here we go again, fraud syndrome. Can I do this? Have I anything to add? You know, and I just was like, oh, Ash, just show up. If one person gets support, and that person is you today, then that's okay. You know, that's okay. And the word I got was honesty, and that's really one of my gifts to you and to me, and it's probably a promise that I give to be as honest as I can when I'm asked a question about wealth or money or business or any area of life, is to just bring my heart to the table and hope that it serves and helps and supports even one person today. Oh God, wonderful, wonderful energy, my darlings. So lovely to have you all here. So a lot of people got trust. Amazing. Love that, Trisha. Peace, trust, love, trust you can channel messages if you take time to do it. Oh, lovely messages. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to have a look at the questions and I'm going to start. So let us see. Hi Susan, I'm Muriel. Hi Joanne. Okay, so Joanne says, am I on the right path? Going in the right direction with my business. Joanne, if you can just pop in the chat exactly what your business is right now. I talked the other day about getting clear on your message. So I would love you to just if you could just tell us, for everyone that doesn't know, what is the business that you're in right now? Who do you serve? What's the transformation you provide, if you have that information? So the card that's come through for you, Joanne, she actually came through the other day when we were doing this, but it's the High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. Powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information, and be at peace. So Joanne, so I specialize in stress management, let me see this, and helping women with chronic illness. Okay, So Joanne, what's Archangel Haniel? We work with Haniel around September in the Angel Circle membership. And, you know, traditionally I think you were in the Angel members, you were in the circle for a while, Joanne. So maybe you got to meet Haniel in that space. If not, I'd recommend you jump back in for a few months, and I think she will support you. You can go back and watch the replays of the September month. But she's here for you, Joanne, about boundaries. So you're on the right path in your spiritual business. However, you still need to do some work on your own boundaries. Oh, you're still there, Joanne. Brilliant. Okay. Brilliant, my darling. Brilliant. So you probably were there for the September. So I would go back and I would deep dive into Haniel again. Honestly, this September was pretty tough for me too. I had to really look at boundaries in even a different way. It was a different layer. So what she's saying is that you're on track with your business. You need to get a little bit clearer on your messaging. So you're helping women with chronic illness. So what's the transformation that you provide for those women? I know it's obvious to me reading that, but if you could just express that. So what happens when they heal or they get to manage these symptoms of chronic illness, and what happens when they learn to manage stress? What are the results of that? What's the transformation of that? And that, even that little tiny tweak in your messaging, Joanne, will make a massive difference. So what she's saying is there's still some work for you to do around boundaries around your time. It could be boundaries around the time in your sessions that you have. Maybe you're going over, maybe you're over delivering. Maybe you're not being clear about the support that you need so that you can do your work. Maybe you're over delivering in other areas of your life so that you're not arriving full energy. So, you know, an example of that would be not this morning, but tomorrow before my session in the Angel Circle, I'm going to get up early and go for a swim, because it's going to set me up for a wonderful day, for a wonderful session. And it's going to clear my head. So it means that I'm going to arrive fresh and clear on the session. So it's a little boundary. I try to do it twice a week. Just go and have a swim, because there's no business, there's no phone, there's no email, there's no text messages. There's just me in that pool. And even if I do it crappily or don't do it enough, you know, that I just swim up and down and do a few laps, there's only me, myself, and I and my angels with me in that pool. And it feels like pure for me, time that's purely for me. I mean, for you, it might not be swimming, it might be something else, but it's really coming through really, really important for you today, Joanne, that you're giving a lot to these women that are coming to you, but you just there's a fine line between over delivering and making sure that you're full up. I'm reminded of is it Lisa Nichols, the author? I hope that's her name. She was in The Secret, and she says you don't give from your cup, you give from the saucer. Your cup overflows into the saucer, and you give from the saucer. You do not give from your cup. And I know that this is easy to say, and it's not easy to do. It's a learned practice over years and years, and I'm still a work in progress on this, at pulling back my energy, at expressing my needs, at making sure that I don't spend too much time in the business in areas that are not productive or draining. So I don't know if that's useful for you, Joanne, but I would say go back and do the Haniel meditation, go back and connect in with this archangel, She is incredible. She's with me this week as well because I need to express boundaries in different ways. So Joanna's saying yes, over delivering, and a massive yes. Okay, my sweet darling. So, you know, it's time. It's time for you to acknowledge this. Well done for acknowledging it. And just to say that it's not finished now. Doesn't mean that you're going to heal this overnight. It just means that bringing awareness to it, shining a light on it, means that you can start to tweak and change things. You know, one of the biggest things that I did for myself in business was moving from live sessions where, like, just say take a live one-to-one call, in-person call. When I had them in a session outside in a building, in an office, I used to get the kids minded, so childcare costs. I would leave the house a half an hour beforehand to put the heaters on to heat up the room, get the room ready. I would pull and drag chairs around to get the space ready. Then I would do the reading. Then I would, and then sometimes people wouldn't show up because I hadn't got them to pay in advance. That was another little boundary I put in place. If you want to book a reading, great. Here's the PayPal link. When you've booked, let me know and we can set up a time in the diary. But it was these tiny little tweaks that each one gave me more self-respect, actually, and helped me to stand up for myself a little bit more, and draw a line in the sand around where I was over-delivering. But each little tiny one added to the other. And it was, I would be a half an hour afterwards cleaning up the space, you know, after that person went, and I just thought, fuck this. You know, then I moved at home, but that meant I had to clean the whole house. Fuck this, no. And then I moved online and I was like, hallelujah. I show up, I press the button, go live and deliver. And at the end of the call, you know, unless it's a VIP client where we're in a package and we're following through every week, but if it's a one-off session, the end of that is the end of that. And I can walk out the door and I'm with my family and my kids, and I don't have to pay for childcare, and I don't have to pay for room hire and everything else. So it's like little boundaries that have helped me in my life. Another boundary, I was sitting there thinking about this. There used to be a time when I worked weekends. I rarely work weekends now. Rarely. I try to avoid it. That's my family time. And I rarely, if nearly never, work in the evenings. And I was thinking about this event and I was thinking, maybe I'll do an early morning session. Maybe I'll do a late session about 8. I just hate working in the evening. I'm an early riser. I'm an hour ahead of most of my clients who are in UK and Ireland. So I'm already going a few hours before I do any calls. So by 3 o'clock, I'm like, after lunch, relax. I want to go and have a nap and chill out. And then I come back and have maybe do another hour or 2 in the business. And that is it. That is it then for the evening. I am just off. I do my own thing for the rest. So it's a little boundary, and it took me a long time because people would say, oh, I'm not joining this course because the calls are at this time or the calls are at that time. And I tried every time. I tried to accommodate every single person that wanted me to show up for a call at all the different times. And it is impossible to please everybody. So in the end, I decided to please myself. And I thought, what time suits me? And this time suits me. I'm at my optimal. I'm awake, I'm dressed, the kids are gone, I've had 2 or 3 cups of tea, and I've had my breakfast, I might have got some exercise in, and I'm ready. And this is a good time for me to show up and do a live call like this. So, and it's like, if somebody doesn't suit them, well then we're not meant to work together, because these are the only times I work between the hours of 9 and 5, and I do these live calls at this time. So it takes time to get those boundaries in place, and it takes practice. So I hope this is useful for anybody that's watching. I really hope it's useful, that you can have a business on your terms. And, you know, in the beginning, we do over deliver, we do accommodate ourselves and turn ourselves inside out and backwards for our clients and our customers. And, you know, if you want to get some money in the door, you can push that out a little bit and maybe over deliver. But as you grow in business and you create other income streams, passive income streams that don't depend on you showing up in the room for money to come into your business, when you start to put those in place, it's easier, definitely easier to have proper boundaries there and just say, no, I'm not willing to work. I'm not willing to work any hours outside of what's acceptable for me. So wonderful card, absolutely wonderful card, Joanne. I love that. And I'm glad to hear you're still in the circle, my darling. It's lovely to have you there. Okay, so let me see. Anyone else want to add something to that? Please do. There's a fly going around. That's why I'm doing the Mexican wave. So what I want you to do, Joanne, and anyone else that message resonated with, is come back. So make a commitment to do something, to change one boundary or put one healthy boundary in place this week, and tell us what that's going to be in the chat. This is your mission if you choose to accept it. Is it, I'm going to get a cleaner so I don't have to clean the house? You know, I have somebody else doing that for me. I'm going to get the kids minded once a week or an extra day. I'm going to batch all my food on the weekends so that there's something healthy for the rest of the week when I'm healthy. I'm going to raise my prices. I'm going to start taking payments from people the minute they book and not wait until after the session. I'm going to get myself an online diary. I spoke about this the other day. Get your Time Trade or Vitali or Calendly or something like that. And when people want to book with you, just send them to that link. And so what is the boundary that you are going to do for yourself? And just pop it in the chat if you're brave, my darlings. Come on. Let me think what I'm going to do. Let me think what I'm going to do. I'll think about that, and I will... Well, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm delegating. So every single thing that I'm looking at, I'm looking at how I can delegate. Oh, okay. So Anna, hello, my love. Boundaries for you as well. It's a work in progress. Joanne, going to invest some time this week to set up more online evergreen courses so it frees up my time. Well done, my darling. Well done. Okay, so any other questions? Okay, so give me another question there. Marion has a question. Hello, Marion. It's been a long time, my darling. Give me a heart if you're still here. A holistic practitioner, and I would like to know if my business will flourish. It was flourishing before the pandemic. So Marion, if you are still here, please post in the chat what your business is, because if I remember, is it yoga? You did have a yoga retreat center. If you can just post in the chat, and I'll just riff on pandemic and businesses flourishing. And anyone else that wants to riff with me on this, wants to add something on this, I would say that the pandemic, hang on. The camera flipped and I didn't even know I wasn't looking at myself anymore. Thank God I wasn't in the bedroom, otherwise you would have seen a pile of clothes on the bed. Back. Hope that wasn't for too long. Okay, so talking about pandemics and how it's been for business. So I Hi Marion, how are you, love? So bioenergy and Reiki intuitive healer. So I guess what you're asking me is that you were mainly hands-on, one-to-one, in person before the pandemic, and the pandemic hit and you were forced to pivot or to take a break and do something else, do some training. So that's what happened for a lot of us. We either, after the panic, what the hell am I going to do now? Okay, how can I pivot? How can I make this work for me? What needs to change? What needs to shift? If you haven't done that and you haven't shifted or changed anything in your business, then there is definitely an opportunity for you to go back to business the way you were before. But I think you're also missing the opportunity then. There was a wonderful opportunity to get online. So my business was not affected by the pandemic whatsoever. Like in the very, very first months, all I had, I'm actually thinking now, I'm trying to be honest here, and I'm thinking like overall it has not affected me. But in the very early days, there was a few people that were like, I've no money and I can't pay for this, that and the other. So there was a little bit of renegotiation around some clients' payment plans and things like that. But apart from that, that all worked out, and it was only maybe a 2-month period where there was a little bit of panic. But in my business, the rest of the pandemic did not affect me because I was already about 90% online, and I just hosted retreats once, maybe twice a year in person. So I just didn't host any retreats, but it didn't affect the bottom line in revenue. It didn't affect income. It didn't affect at all, because I already had in place passive income streams and online courses, and all my programs were online. The membership was online, and all of my courses are already up there online. So it didn't affect me. So for anyone that was completely one-to-one and in person, I would say that this is just such a wonderful opportunity. I think as business owners, we need to have a blended approach in our business. We need to have some one-to-one. We need to have some group work. We need at least 50% of your business has to be online. And I know that you're saying it's hands-on and I work from a room in my home. I know that that element of your work might be hands-on where you're in a room with somebody, but you could take what you do and you could teach that. You could teach bioenergy healing in a course. I have a program called the Abundant Heart Program. You might already have it. You can take that. It will tell you how to get literally your first program or package or course online and build an audience around it and sell it to your first 10 to 20 people. It literally is the step-by-step. So you could take bioenergy healing and you could totally create an online course or program with that. You could create a self-study one. You could create a Zoom room, virtual event, and you could do Reiki online. I know this is big. I am a Reiki master practitioner teacher, and I gave attunements in person. So I completely understand the receiving and the giving of those attunements. But I also have received attunements in all different healing modalities online. And I've also given powerful, incredibly powerful healing meditations, journeys, attunements, channelings, and they worked just as powerfully online. So I would say to you, Marion, that this is an opportunity for you this weekend. Do it with a friend, or if you're an ideas person on your own, is to sit down and think about, what could I offer? You could do a course. You could write a book on bioenergy. I just found my 3 Reiki manuals that I wrote myself for the 3 levels that I taught. And I was thinking, Jesus, that's a whole book. I could actually condense that and I could sell it. I have to tune in and see if that's something that I want to do. But I found it the other day, those 3 manuals, and I was thinking, Jesus, like that's a book that I wrote that I could actually put online, and I could be selling that, and that could be passive income. I could literally be selling a Reiki manual now online. I have it written. It would cost me probably 100 quid to get somebody on Fiverr to go and set that up for me and upload it to Amazon and create a nice cover and literally format it for Kindle. And that could be online, that could be selling by the end of this week if I wanted to, as another passive income product. So it's like, what could you do, Marion? You could easily write an ebook on Reiki. Like, you could, any aspect of Reiki, you could take your current clients that you work with, take the theme of the clients that are coming. So you could talk about Reiki and relationships, Reiki and healing your body, Reiki, and you could take the 5 principles of Reiki and you could write a book on them. And you could write stories of transformational Reiki healing sessions and get some feedback from your clients and write in there. You could write about bioenergy healing, and you could also write about any different aspect of your own life story. And ebooks they're really, really easy and really, really cheap to create and to upload to Amazon. If I can do it, anybody can. And it is then a passive income product. Then it is then literally, you just collect the royalties from that. So you could do that. You could upload a course. You can upload a course for free to just using YouTube and email. Or you can go a little bit more sophisticated and have a platform. I use Kajabi. I also used to use Thinkific. I use Kajabi now and I recommend that. So there are lots of things that you could do. You could have a group membership that meets once a month, and you do a Zoom call, and they have a small Facebook group, and you could deliver a membership online, and you could create, if I got my calculator here, if that membership was 22 euros a month, multiplied by 12, okay, so 100, let's say 6 figures, let's say 5 figures, so 50,000, sorry, I have to do that again, 22 by 12 is 264, so 50,000 divided by 264, 189 people in a membership would give you 50 grand. So under 200 people in a membership paying 22 quid a month would give you 50k, Marion. Like, you just have to show up once a month. You might have to pay a VA, get somebody to work with you to manage the group as it grows. You could probably manage the first 50 yourself, and then as it grows, you need to get more support. There are so many things that you could do, my darling. So I hope that I've opened the floodgates. Another great thing that you could do to get your business online is you can become an affiliate. That's another passive income system, income that I have, is that I find people that I love. I've tried their products and services, programs, they've worked for me, I've used them in a specific way, and then I will become an affiliate partner with that program, with that the people that set up that program, and then I will share that program with my audience for an affiliate payment. So I just have a promise to myself and my audience that I never ever share anything that I have not tested and tried and got results myself. An example of that is somebody just messaged me wanting me to take part in a launch this month, and I said no, because I haven't got the results from the program yet, so I need another year. Next year I'll come back to you, and if it works the way I think it will, I will be happy to promote it for you to my audience. But that means that I promote it, they go into that person's launch campaign, and if that person likes it, they go and they buy it, and I'm happy that they're getting a product that I can put my hand on my heart, say it's good, and then I get paid for that referral. You can totally do that if you sell any products, flower essences, herbs, I don't know, yoga mats, yoga gear, fitness gear, sprays, crystals, anything that you use yourself, you can totally find a supplier for that online, and you can create a whole affiliate program. You can become an affiliate of Amazon. You could literally start blogging on one of your favorite spiritual books a month, and you can become an affiliate. So anytime somebody goes in, reads your review, and clicks on the link for the book to go and see it, and if they buy that book, you can receive a commission. That's a passive income stream. So you can see you can do so many things, Marion. Is that resonating? Is that helpful for everybody, what I've just shared? That wasn't where I meant to go, but it just poured out of me there. So I hope that was useful, Marion, in some way. Yes, the short answer is you can go back and do hands-on work again, but I would also encourage you to actively promise yourself that by Christmas, by this quarter, you will have one passive income product set up. And I know you just said I'm not great with online. You don't have to be great with online. You can pay other fucking people to do this for you. You can go to fiverr.com, fiverr.com, and you can pay somebody to do whatever it is that you want for you. And they start with Fiverr. I do recommendations for that. I've done other videos on that. Upwork is another one. Something else, I can't remember the other places, but there's lots of places where you can find people that will do this for you. So if you're not techie, you know, you're going to have to invest some money, you know, unless you have a teenager around that can help you out with it. The kids are great. The kids are just fluent in technology, so they could probably help you out. If you have a teenager that you can pay a few bob to, or they might do it for free or for a good dinner, do that. Otherwise, you can find somebody online, Marion, and or you can, if you're stuck for some money, I don't recommend this, but you can do a bit of bartering and a bit of an exchange. So you can offer healing to somebody that might help you set up your tech. But you know, you can keep the tech simple. There, it does have to be a little bit of a, but I would strongly encourage you, Marion, to consider, and for everybody, every single person here, to take some time over the next few days, take some time today, sit down and think, what can I do? What can I do? I'm looking at Anna is here. Anna is a healer, beautician. And 1 year, Anna did a fantastic putting together. I think you do this every year around Christmas time, Anna, where you put together these hampers of pampering products for women. I mean, it is genius. It is genius. Anybody can do that in any business. You could, if you have some money to invest in the beginning, you could pull together a whole hamper, or you could do an online version of that. You could say, these are my recommendations for mothers, for sisters, for brothers. And you could pull together all of your favorite products that you could recommend, crystals and cards and anything that you recommend. And you can have all affiliate links in there. And, you know, you can put a disclaimer with that and say, this post includes some affiliate links. And if you click, I may receive a commission, but it won't change the price for you. You won't pay any more. So there's just so many ways that we can make money outside of our business. So I hope that was useful. Okay. So Michelle says, I'm gonna have a cup of tea. How are we doing for time? Okay. I hope that's useful. If you want to add anything, please do. So Michelle is saying future-proofing definitely means having a blended and varied offering. There's always something we can put online, no matter how hands-on our offering is. Love that. I usually travel, speak and run events, which is what I'm connected to. But if I hadn't had courses and client support groups, I'd have had a big bother and lack in the pandemic. Yeah, exactly. So if we can have this blended approach, It will save our business. It's an opportunity. It will save your business so that you don't experience the burn in times of fluctuation and change. We need a bit of both. You know, I am craving online. I'm craving in person now. I am literally craving it. I have some business to do with the house. I'm selling and buying a house. But as soon as that is over, I'm going to start really pushing and opening up some VIP days for people to come and visit me here in Italy, or when I'm traveling to Dublin or in England to have a VIP in different places around the world, or different places in Italy. I want to go to Florence. I want to go back to Venice. But I want to meet with people in person. I want to hold another retreat as quickly as possible. I'm guessing it'll be around March. So there's definitely a desire in me to have in person, but it's not affecting the bottom line in my business. And that's where we really want to be, that we have that choice. Michelle is giving loads of tips in there, so read through, everybody. And I just want to say, Marion, that you're not on your own with having an issue with online, but don't let that block you. Go back and watch the Visibility and Legacy Masterclass I did on Friday, because I'm not good with tech, so therefore I can't get online and I can't share my message with the big wide world. My healing gifts are not going to get out there to the big wide world. Is not good enough. It's not a good enough reason to keep your gifts to yourself, love. It's not a good enough reason. So there is a way. You just need to find that way, Marion. And if you can't do it yourself, you need to be willing to invest and ask for help and support outside of that. Find the fucking way. You know, one of my coaches years ago would say, it's not a nice thing to think about, but she would say, if a family member of yours was in a burning building and someone said to you, you need 10 grand to get them out, how quickly would you find that 10 grand? I'm just picking a number that seems impossible. Like, literally, it would be a phone call. Like, literally, I know for many of us, we would find the way to support and help our loved ones. And I would say, put your business as a priority, put you getting your healing gifts out into the world as a priority, treat it like that and say, okay, where is the way? Show me the way. Angels, show me the way. Show me the way that this is going to happen, and then take fast action. The universe loves speed. You know, synchronicities are your angels' messages, are your angels' answer to your questions. So, and a very quick example of this was this week. I was literally looking at my Instagram and going, it's a fucking mess. I need to do something with it. I need a strategy. I need some support. So I said it to one of my team members, the wonderful Jessica, who's in this group, supporting everybody here, posting for me every other day. And I just said to Jessica, I need to get some support with the Instagram, with the social media account. And she said, yeah, great, let me know. Literally that day, I was in looking at the new members who joined this group, and one of them was socially me. It was Sophie. I can't remember her second name. I reached out to her immediately. Literally, I was like, I've asked, here's the answer. I reached out immediately. I said, Sophie, I'm looking for someone to help me with Instagram. Is that what you do? She came back, yes. I said, okay, we need to chat. I didn't get to talk to her till yesterday. And she said, right, this is what I do. And I said, okay, send me your PayPal me link. And I paid her. So it was like bang, 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 bang. There was no overthinking it. It was like, I've asked. This is the answer. It might not look exactly like I wanted it to be, but this is the answer that the universe has brought me together with this person. And I'm just trusting that, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm just investing. So, you know, I hope that's, Anna says our mind is blown. Colette is asking, Michelle, do you prefer Zoom or Facebook to host masterclasses? And I'll just add, Colette, that I think it's I think it's a personal, it's up to you. I think Michelle does both. She does live and masterclasses, and I know I do too. In these groups, ask your angel sessions, I like the live and the live stream, because I can give out the answers quicker without being distracted by being in the room with people, because Zoom is you are in the room. But when I'm specifically coaching and I need some interaction and I want to really push through for somebody or have a big breakthrough moment, even if that's just one person that will affect everybody, then I prefer Zoom. I prefer Zoom because it means you can just have that interaction. You can ask questions and receive the answers. So it's more, for me, Ask Your Angels is more teaching. Sorry, live stream is more teaching, and Zoom is more coaching when you need interaction. If you don't need interaction, live stream is the easiest. And also live stream, if I look at the difference between Zoom and live stream in a group like this with 3,000 people, the interaction is, there's a few hundred people are viewing these videos. Whereas Zoom room, it's more of an intimate setting. Maybe the most I've had in a Zoom room might be about 50. I can't remember now, I'm just saying that off the top of my head. But in the future I'd like to have more. But definitely I physically reach more people when I do use live stream in a bigger group, because it means people can come in and out, they can watch the replay afterwards. Whereas with a Zoom, there's a bit more of a process to get into the room, and there's a bit more of a process to watch the replay afterwards. That's my preference, but everybody has their own. So Michelle is saying, oh my God, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I love this question. Okay, excuse me. So Michelle's question is, I struggle at times to declare my spirituality. It comes from a place of all judgment and castigation. What guidance can I get on shifting the remaining block around this? Because I know that then I'll attract the people I'm meant to work with. And you're coming to Venice. Oh my God, I went to Venice in the summer. My 50th birthday, we went to the beach near Venice, and then we spent the day of my birthday in Venice, and it was just glorious, just absolutely glorious. The most abundant. I'll talk more about that on the abundance masterclass this Friday, but it was just like, talk about putting yourself in an abundance vibration. So an amazing excuse for me to go back to Venice to deliver a retreat or lives or VIP days. So Michelle, I'm going to pick a card because I have a lot to say on this, and anyone else that wants to add something, please do so. So the card that's come through is the Knight of Gabriel, confident, enthusiastic, courageous and charismatic. Time to take action, great passion for a cause, and instinctively knowing just what to do. I think, Michelle, you might not see this in you, love, but I know you've been a member of the Angel Circle more than a year now, and in my world, a few years now. And I can see that you have shifted, and your copy, your text, your posts, I'm not going, like, what's the word is more honest, but that's not correct, because I think you've always been honest and always in integrity. But I think you've just, it's like a flower that's just unfurled a little bit more. I don't think that there is a time for this. that it has to happen. Okay, I have to figure this out tomorrow, and I have to talk about my spirituality to people, and I have to include that in all my posts. I don't think that's the case for you, Michelle. I think it's an evolution, and I think it has been evolving, and I think you are sharing more of yourself. And I also think that sharing your story is fucking spiritual, is healing and transformational for everybody that comes in contact with you, Michelle, and your energy. Your authenticity, your gentleness, your compassion, it's a fucking honor to be in a room with you. It's an honor to be your friend. It's an honor to have you in the angel circle. You don't need to be any more fucking spiritual than you already are. Where you are is exactly enough. If you feel like going online tomorrow and talking about your kitchen utensils, that's fucking spiritual. You can do that in your own unique way and talk to me and explain to me why that's affecting you. And we can have a spiritual conversation about I'm just riffing, and I'm just thinking that I purposely went in and decluttered my tablecloths in the kitchen, because I was thinking they're all raggy. They're all old. Some of them are secondhand. My mother-in-law donated them to me, and she had already used them when I was living in another place. And I was thinking, why the fuck am I holding on to these manky tablecloths? And I realized, when I uncovered the belief behind that, I realized that I was afraid I wouldn't have the money to replace them. Even though, what's a tablecloth? €1, €2 to buy a nice one? But I was like, oh shit, there's still a part of me that's afraid to let go of this raggy crap because I'm afraid that I won't be able to afford it. So I still don't trust myself and trust my business to deliver. So I really uncovered it, as raw as it was, and I was like, okay, Aishling, are you ready to let go of these tablecloths? Tea towels. And I was like, okay, I'm ready to let go of some of them. So I took about 3 or 4 of them out and I got rid of them. They're gone to the charity and everything. And then during the week again, this will make sense, my dears. And then I opened the drawer this morning, and what did I see? A raggy fucking tea towel. And I was like, why are they still here? I can afford to buy new tea towels. So I have to go back in now this afternoon, and I've literally to take out everything that's annoying me from that drawer and just leave what I truly value in there. And then the next thing on my list is over the weekend to buy 6 or 10 new fucking tea towels and put them in there that I love, that are a joy to look at, and that fill me up and raise my abundance vibration. Now, that stupid story about kitchen fucking tea towels, Michelle, is spiritual. I've just shared a ton of fucking valuable golden nuggets and messages that will support anyone here that it has the same way, whether it's your fucking knicker drawer that needs to be decluttered, or your clothes, or the kids' toys, or the cracked cups and saucers that you're holding on to. Whatever you have in your environment reflects something about you and what you're thinking and your mindset and how you are showing up in the world. So what I'm saying, and I hope this is coming across, my darling, is that whatever you fucking want to talk about, it's spiritual. You can bring in the elements of magic, of manifestation, of Wicca, of crystals, of angels, of spirit guides, God, universe, you can call them whatever you fucking want. That connection that you have, but you're already doing it in a beautiful way. So don't come down on yourself and be like, when am I going to get this right so that it's perfect, so I attract the people that want to work with me? You're already attracting those people. Your messaging is already changing and shifting, but it's doing it organically and beautifully. And you're just shining. I can see pink light all around you, and this is the energy that you give to anyone that comes into your space, anyone, you just give with so much love and care that it's a fucking blessing to be around you, Michelle. It really, really is. It's a fucking blessing. So I hope that this has supported you in some way, my darling, to just accept how amazing that you are. So that is it. So, oh God. Come to Venice. Make me hold an event in Venice. Even Milan. Milan would be beautiful. Milan, Bergamo would be beautiful. Okay. So how are we doing on time? Okay, so I don't know if we have any more time. Let's see. One more question. Colette. And to see if I have anything else. Can everybody just, while I'm answering this question, post in the chat box, whether you're watching this live or the replay, one aha that you got from today, one action you're going to take, one breakthrough, one light bulb moment, something that you got from this information that I shared with you today. And I also want to say that for another 2 weeks only, you can book your spiritual business breakthrough session. It's free. It's a shorter version of what I do with my one-to-one clients. You can book a session with me and you'll get clarity on where you are right now in your business, what's working, what's not working, and what your next steps should be. And then it will also give you an opportunity to see if working with me would be supportive of you in your next steps in your spiritual business. And you can decide if you want to work one-to-one, or if you want to step into a program. The Abundant Heart would be suitable for lots and lots of people here. But there's also very limited places working one-to-one with me at the moment still available. There's probably about 5 left. But I'm closing all those places in a couple of weeks. So you have an opportunity for the next 2 weeks to book a free one-to-one session. And normally a one-to-one session with me of 45 minutes is €500. So you can get an opportunity to get 30 minutes of my time and coaching, whatever wants to come through for you. It's completely free. This is only for spiritual business owners, light workers that have a business, that want to go to the next level, that want a path to 6 and 7 figures. So, and there'll be a questionnaire and there's a video to watch that will give you clarity even before we get onto the call. So I'm going to post the link in the chat for that afterwards and in the description, and you can go and book that call. But you have another 2 weeks to do that, and then I'm just taking everything down and close down on one-to-ones for the autumn. But a very quick question is, Colette says, hi Aishling, with the declining reach of Facebook groups and the current algorithm, is there any other platforms you recommend to set up a group? Thanks a million. So Colette, Facebook groups are still working. So for the moment, I would still suggest a Facebook group. I'm in another couple of groups, but they just don't seem to work. I'm in a Kajabi membership and I'm in something else. They just don't seem to work as well as Facebook yet. I'm sure something else will evolve very soon. I'd say in the next 6 months for us, that we will maybe transfer over there. But Facebook still works really, really well. And in particular, the groups work really, really well. So I still recommend that. And that's one of the ways that I teach in the Abundant Heart program, is how to set up your group, how to use your page and your profile and your Facebook group to spread the message about your work. And the other piece is that I've embraced Facebook ads. I used to print off posters and I used to print off business cards, and that cost me money. And I used to take out an advertisement in a newspaper, and that cost me money. And it was a bit hit or miss. And I used to put up those posters and people used to see them passing by on buses, and it was a bit hit or miss. And it cost me money to advertise. It has always cost money to advertise. So I use Facebook ads quite strategically now. I know it likes video. I know Facebook like video, and they love live stream. Live stream first, video next. Good chunky posts next. and then anything else after that. So if live stream is the top, the way I do it is I will do a quick live stream about what it is that I want to promote or talk about, and then I will stick a Facebook ad on that. I will get one nice chunky post and I will stick a Facebook ad on that. So the ad I will do is I will create a lookalike audience. All of this information is out there, folks. You can go and Google it, how to create your Facebook ad. But I create a lookalike audience where I go and I find people that like all the things that I like, crystals and angels and Reiki and healing and spiritual entrepreneurship, Hay House, all of the authors that I love. And I create this audience and I say, okay, Facebook, I want you to show my ad to all people that like all the same things that I like. And I literally, like the last month, I've had 2 ads running, one for the spiritual business event and one for my book, so the angel messages. And I've had $1 on each of those. And one has been running for 60 days and 2 for 30 days. So literally any of us can afford 30 quid a month, $1 a day, and you can start and stop those ads whenever you want. And you can bring people, you can create an advertisement and bring people to your group. But I've embraced Facebook ads, but that's because I'm a bit lazy. If I went live on my profile page every single week for the rest of the year, 365 days, so 52 weeks, if I committed to doing 52 live streams this year, I wouldn't need any Facebook ads, because the algorithm, I could share that across all my social media and I wouldn't need to do any Facebook ads. So I don't know if that's useful, but I would say, Colette, instead of, I hear people complaining about the algorithms and all of this, and I'm just saying, just make it work for you. Just figure out, this is the way it is. Angels, God, show me, nudge me. As I said, my Instagram just is not working. So I was like, right, I need some help. And literally within an hour, the person that was there, the universe presented me with support, was there. And I literally took action. The universe loves speed. Fast action, folks. Don't fucking think about this too long. Make your decisions. Figure out what it is that you want. Make it work for you. Okay. Hope that's okay, Colette. Oh, that's okay, my darling. So I'm going to leave you there. What an amazing session. I did run a little bit over as usual, so apologize for that. If you haven't already signed up for notifications for these events, there's an amazing masterclass coming up on this Friday on raising your abundance vibration and wealth consciousness. You do not want to miss it. I'll be sharing everything that I've learned about this over the years. And of course, everybody that joins will be sharing their information and knowledge and books and whatever it is that you want to share. And then the week after, the last masterclass will be on combining the spiritual and the practical in your business, which is essential. We need both. Such a pleasure to be here with you all today. I really enjoyed it. I hope it was supportive. Tag your friends, find them in this group, share this video, wherever you think it might be useful, and have an amazing day. And I'll see you all on Friday. And if you're in the Angel Circle, I'll see you tomorrow for our live Ask Your Angel session. If you want to join the Angel Circle, just send me a PM, because it's not officially open, but if you do want to join, just send me a PM and I'll hook you up. Loads and loads and loads and loads of love. Mwah! Have an amazing day, me darlings. Bye.